Why do I keep hitting those things?
What's going on, guys? This is Pharmacy Adequate Gamer, and welcome to Lego City Undercover. Just doing a little bit of free falling here whilst I'm in the midst of a mining mission. And I blasted open this huge hole, and now I'm falling and plummeting down what is probably the largest hole in the entirety of Lego history.
Am I glad I remembered to pack my parachute today? Although, some spare pants would have been handy too.
I am actually enjoying this game quite a bit. When I first started playing it, I wasn't fully into it, but the more you play it, the more actually it starts to unwind, and you actually start to really get into the game. It is a sandbox game because a lot of people are kind of tagging it as like Lego Grand Theft Auto, which is not at all true. It's just a Lego sandbox game, but I guess when people see an open sandbox world, I guess it does have Grand Theft Auto elements in the sense that you can like run up to cars and kind of hijack them and get in, which is weird because you are a cop, but the way that they kind of get around that is you're kind of like, stop, police business, I need to steal your vehicle. Yeah, it works pretty well. Right now I'm not outside, I'm actually in a confined area, which is like a mine. So some of the story parts are in confined areas, which basically any sandbox game has that kind of stuff. Saints Row had that stuff, and I don't know, so far it's a lot of fun. The one thing that I have noticed that when you're out messing about in the sandbox, it constantly wants to remind you of what your current mission is. You'll see those little tips that keep coming up, and then there's no way to turn them off, at least none that I've found. So sometimes between missions I'm just like, you know what, I just want to check this area out. I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to do this. And it's like every 15 seconds it comes up, flashes up on the bottom of the screen. It's like, by the way, you know, this is what you're supposed to be doing right now, not what you're currently doing. So unfortunately there's no way to really turn that off. But I guess because it is a Lego game, they kind of want to guide you through. But it would have been nice to turn tips off altogether. I would have liked to just kind of figure this stuff out on my own. So because it's a Lego kind of family-friendly game, you're not just running through shooting wave after wave of enemies. Instead, they have you doing like more or less puzzles, a lot of puzzle-based stuff, which is really, really cool. It definitely adds to the experience. And the other thing is there's a ton of collectibles to be found, like a ton. You can just rush through each area if you want, but if you actually bother to take the time, you'll find that there's probably 3 or 4 collectibles in like every single area. In this mine that I'm in, there's one right here. They have canaries in cages, and you're setting the canaries free, which in theory isn't necessarily a good thing. Back in the day, if you guys don't know this, back in the day they used to bring a canary in a cage down into the mines and keep an eye on it, because that was the only way to tell if it was safe down there. If the canary died, chances are there was gas in the mine, and it's like if the canary died, it's like everyone out of this mine or we're all gonna die. So the fact that you're letting the canaries free means you're leaving your little Lego buddies there completely vulnerable to possible gas, suffocation, and death. But I guess they weren't thinking of that. And I'm thinking way too hard of that. Here's a nice collectible there. Actually, you need those blocks, those specialty blocks, to build things. I mean, it's a Lego game, right?
I spent all day breaking rocks and knocking boulders about. When I get home, I should be allowed to put my feet up.
The other cool thing about this game is, yes, you play through it, but at the same time, you want to listen to what they're saying. There's a lot of obscure, not obscure, but might be obscure to some, but there's a lot of references in this game. And it's actually quite a funny game. Okay, so this is what I need to do. I need to create this mine cart. And off we go. Yeah, so little things like this actually make me smile. I'm building, wait for it, it's a dynamite vending machine. If you are a miner, you can buy dynamite from a vending machine. The other thing I like about this is, as you can see, Chase McCain is currently dressed as a miner. I like the fact that, even though the game doesn't have any co-op, I like the fact that you just switch up uniforms to change your character traits rather than having, like... There was the one thing I didn't like about the Lego games, is when you had, like, two characters, you had to keep swapping back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This, you just swap out your, whatever you're wearing, basically. And it just makes for a much more smooth transition, because that way you don't have to swap to another character who might not be as close to your objective as your primary character was. You're like, oh man, now I gotta bring this guy back, blah blah blah. So that's not here, which I'm really liking. So I'm really liking this game, as you can tell. I wasn't planning on making a video on this game because I really don't know what to say. It's such a big game, and I've only completed a very, very short part of it. So I just thought, wow, what the heck, I'll just show a little bit of this current mission that I'm on, talk a little bit about the game, and that'll basically be it. What I might do is, once I have some more stuff unlocked and opened up, maybe I'll just go out into the sandbox and just create some havoc. 'Cause one of the nice things about this game is they're really, because you are a police officer, you don't have to worry about the cops really coming after you. You can run over people and all that kind of stuff, and you don't have to worry about that star rating and getting arrested. You are the law. So,
Ooh, a voice recorder. Maybe there's a clue on it.
okay. Anyways, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Farmhouse Media. I'm also now on Twitch. If you guys want to catch the occasional live stream, you can check me out there, Farmhouse Media. And that's it, guys. We'll see you on YouTube. Don't forget to give us a like or a thumbs up or whatever it is down there. Whatever it is those crazy kids are doing these days. And we'll see you on YouTube, guys. Cheers.
Lego City PD. Oh, turn that noise off!